Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, it's good to be focused, and put your energy in one spot so you can be the most efficient that you can be. But on the other hand, while doing that, you should pay attention to the surroundings. So you just don't look here and solve a problem over there, and in the meantime, the world is on fire. Now, since United States of America, I don't know, decided that it's the police country of this planet, and the prosecutor and the judge, and the great, how do you call it, moralizer. It's very focused right now, and not only in Israel. In the meantime, and everything else seems to be like left to whatever happens. Israel right now is the main thing. Other things happen in the background, and they're growing. The same thing happened in the past 32 years, let's be more specific, when the United States of America was focused on something which was the Middle East, remember? And a little bit of the Balkans. And in the meantime, what happened outside? Russia and China formed strategic partnerships and military partnerships and economic partnerships and so on. Their connection grew so strong that these guys cannot destroy it. So now it seems like, I don't think it seems like, I think that's a fact, North Korea is gonna hook itself up to the connection between Russia and China. Now that's bad. That's bad. All these things are a consequence of United States' I say narrow-minded and dictatorial behavior around the world. Tyrannical, I would say. When they, as I said, play the role of the policeman and an enforcer, right? The judge, the prosecutor, and so on. The moralist, the big moralist that moralizes everybody else. So what do we have here? We have Russian Foreign Minister Lavrov, who's visiting North Korea. He's getting ready to have Putin visit North Korea, and Putin already agreed to visit Vietnam. So you understand that the United States now is focused on this little thing called Israel with whatever, and misses the big picture. The big picture is the other club is forming, and America cannot stop it, cannot prevent it from growing. So it lost control. A narrow-minded and, as I said, tyrannical way of acting around the world. And they say, well, this is our way of bringing peace on earth. No, you had 30 years to do that. Remember, United States was not challenged for 30 years, at least 30 years, from 1991 to, let's say, 2020 or 2021. The United States was the sole leader and a bully boy on this planet. Unfortunately, behaved like a bully boy, and everything that you have in those years, all the wars, all the problems where the United States got involved, it's a consequence of their actions. And then you have the consequences. And now the consequences are Russia decided to counter the United States in Ukraine. And then China is not joining, obviously, the United States of America. And these guys are all like in wonder, how in the hell China is not joining the good ones, but they're joining the Russians. Well, you were busy with your little things over there. How you're becoming busy right now with the Brits and it seems other idiots in the Middle East. Why? And the rest of the world is working. Something that when you are done in the Middle East, like destroying in the Middle East, that's what happening. You don't build, you destroy. Look at each and every intervention, American intervention in the last 30 years, and you're gonna see only destruction and tensions. Nothing was solved anywhere they went. In Balkans, nothing was solved over there. It's a lot of tension, and any time a war can restart over there. So you didn't solve anything. You created tensions, which is good, divide and impera. So divide and conquer. So the same is good, or control. So here you have in the Middle East again a little thing. After they leave, after they screwed up in Iraq, they screwed up their countries, but not the donors. The donors were okay. The politicians did their part. They did what they had to do. Other people got enriched by the reconstruction of something that they destroyed. They destroyed, and these guys reconstructed so well that you go, if you want, to Iraq or Afghanistan or Libya or Syria and see how they reconstructed that. So wherever you see the Americans doing something like Taiwan, maybe you're going to have an Iraq over there and see how well that worked for Iraq or for Libya or for Afghanistan. So anyway, what's going on here? As I said, we have Lavrov visiting North Korea, and he says that Russia-North Korea relations have reached strategic level. That's slam dunk. Klop, 19th of October 2023. The path to the diplomatic milestone was paved by last month's summit between Vladimir Putin and Kim Jong-un, the foreign minister said. Relations between Russia and North Korea have now soared to new heights, Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov has said during his landmark two-day trip to Pyongyang. Speaking at the meeting with North Korean Foreign Minister, and he met also the woodchuck, Kim Jong-un, Lavrov declared that the recent meeting between Russian President Putin and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un gave grounds to say that the bilateral ties, and I'm quoting, had reached a completely new strategic level. His comments were echoed by the North Korean counterpart, who stated that the partnership between Moscow and Pyongyang is developing into, and I'm quoting, the invincible relations of comrades in arms. So, what do you think is going to happen? Why do you think these guys get together? Why do you think both of them decided to set aside whatever differences they had and pretend and say, you know what, like Russia, we don't care about these sanctions and whatever the how they call it, the collective West imposed on North Korea. Yes, United Nations, but United Nations did a lot of things. There are a lot of resolutions voted against others in the Middle East. We can't call the country, but you know who I'm talking about. And they were ignored. Those resolutions by United Nations were ignored. Why? Because someone said, I dare you, I super dare you to do anything about it. And that little country over there did not give a shit about the United Nations, but the rest of the world should care about Pyongyang. No, about Pyongyang or Cuba, we should care, even though the United Nations did not impose sanctions on Cuba, if I remember correctly. It's only one country that really has a problem with Cuba, and still has a problem with it. And again, it's one thing when you have a country versus another country, or when you make many countries, go against another country. Otherwise, you're gonna smack them. Smack them what? Economically, politically, and so on. And this is, exactly what I'm talking about. So these guys are working together. They get closer together. And United States, we're gonna have what? Japan and South Korea. Japan and South Korea will be used like a lady of the night, as other countries were used before, for other people's interest, not for me. Not for the American people, not for the United States of America overall. For some financial, economic interest. That's what it is. You see. So when they will tell Japan and South Korea to be more aggressive, and they will be following orders, they are under occupation, both of them. More Japan than South Korea. You have, tens of thousands of troops in both countries. What do you want? You need help. Yeah, okay, but I don't see the other way around, It's just a travesty. So here, my friends, you're going to have a problem over there. And Taiwan, you're going to be used. You're going to be used for other big interests. And those big interests are not even good interests. That's the problem. Well, we'll see. Actions have consequences, my friends. Yeah, stay focused in that little area in the Middle East right now, and the world builds another alternative option for the rest of the world. 195 countries, and you got 5 countries trying to dictate everything. Actually, it's only one, but the other ones are again used. Why? Because they receive some little crumbs from the big guy. When the big guy, I'm not talking about the semi-conscious Biden, forces way above this guy. They're just used, like the mass media is just used, the education system is just to keep us, here, like worms. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.